I just got back from watching the brand new Venom sequel, so I cannot wait to talk to you guys about it. But first, Venom wants to give you his review, so Venom, tell them all about this film.
My review of this film will be so much better than yours, you brain-dead popcorn-loving freak. This film is a masterpiece because I am in it, and I look awesome. I am the biggest star of the film, and you should be cast in every movie. This film is a masterpiece, and anyone who says it isn't, I will eat their brains for a tasty little snack.
Okay, Venom, but I don't think you're gonna like this review.
Shut up, you burnt-brained idiot. No one wants to hear your review.
Do you know what, Venom? I don't give a shit because this is my body, you gooey asshole. Remember, we are Let's Be Real with...
Venom.
Wait, what? What is going on, my fellow film fans? This is Let's Be Real with Brad. Today we'll be talking about the brand new Marvel superhero film called Venom: Let There Be Carnage. This is a sequel to the 2018 box office smash hit Venom, as well as the second film in Sony's Spider-Man universe. Andy Serkis directs the film, and it stars Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, Naomi Harris, Reed Scott, Stephen Graham, and Woody Harrelson. This film is about the events after Venom found a host body in investigative reporter Eddie Brock. The alien symbiote must face a new enemy, Carnage, the alter ego of serial killer Cletus Cassidy. I will admit that I was not looking forward to this movie for many numerous reasons. First, I thought the original Venom film was a painfully average and generic superhero film.
Like a turd in the wind.
That I would never watch again. The second is that this film checks in around 90 minutes, which was concerning because this is the second shortest Marvel film ever, with the first one being the 1980s Punisher film. So now that I've seen the film, I surprisingly have to say that I enjoyed this film way more than I thought I would, and I think it is better than the original film. Though I do think that both these films are the same quality, so let me get into it. Let's hit the positives first and start with the acting. Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock / Venom is the most significant standout of the film. He brings the ecstatic energy this film needed to play this crazy oddball person, which was the best part. Woody Harrelson is also pretty good in the film as Cletus Cassidy. Harrelson looks like he is having a fun time playing this psycho killer being so off the wall crazy, which matches the film's tone. Speaking of the tone, this is easily the best improvement over the original film. The film clearly understands how to be fun and not to take itself so seriously. My next positive is with the action scenes. The action is presented in a fast-paced and energized fashion with an over-the-top feel, which always kept me engaged. Unlike the original film, that was always a hit or miss for me. I also think the visual effects are a significant improvement over the original. Even though this film costs around $10 million more, adding director Andy Serkis into the mix, he was able to get the CGI motion capture look of each of the characters looking 100 times better. The last positive I have is with the humor. This movie is quite hilarious, as I think its hard PG-13 jokes were the best ones, especially my favorite, which comes in the third act. So now we will be diving right into the negatives, as we have a whole bunch with this one. For starters, I thought the screenplay to be quite insufficient in this one. Most of the dialogue is quite bad and cheesy. That blew my mind how bad it was. I also found the story to be relatively uninteresting when it doesn't involve Eddie or Venom. The most disappointing aspect was Carnage, as I felt like another generic bad guy who's only notable because most Marvel fans know how awesome he is in the comics. He's supposed to be one of the most sinister and evil villains in the Marvel universe, but the screenplay never makes him feel that way. I understand most of it is because Carnage is more of a R-rated character, so trying to fit him into a blockbuster PG-13 superhero film will be tough. The other subplots in this film, especially Eddie and Anne, were so cliche and stupid. I think the film was trying every possible way to keep Anne in the story, but this time used her as another plot device that was so aggravating. My second negative is with many of the technical aspects, such as the music and directing. I found both these aspects to be uninspired and not all that great. I think composer Marco Beltrami is a pretty good composer and I enjoy many of his scores. But the music in this film was just okay, not really adding anything to the movie. While I think the shot composition of this film is better, I felt that most of the shots felt very bland. Overall, Venom Let There Be Carnage is a definite improvement over the original, even though I would give the same grade for various reasons. I think Marvel fans will eat this movie up considering how fast-paced and silly this movie is. Make sure to stick around for the mid-credit scene as it is genuinely a 10 out of 10, so you don't want to miss it. Also, there is no post-credit scene, so don't waste your time looking for that. I am giving Venom Let There Be Carnage a 5 out of 10. So, let me know down below in the comment section what you think of this film and whether you think it was better than the original film. Thank you so much for watching, as I hope I can see you all in the following review.